All right.
Go burgle something.
Go burgle something, burglar.
Who is Smog, by the way?
Smog's the dragon in The Hobbit.
Oh, gosh,
Also
yeah,
played
that's
by
right. I thought I heard the name before.
Benedict Cumbersnatch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
In the stupid 3-part series. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I thought we were going back to the cartoon.
The cartoon's amazingly good.
What else it is? It's short.
It's like 40 minutes. Yeah, it's way shorter than you remember it being. So is the Return of the King. So
Yeah, that's bad. I did watch that a little bit ago.
I forgot about
It is
the
offensively
rotoscoped, fucking orcs. It's weird. Yeah.
You know, it's not them. It's that the Return of the King. It's not. I think that's the Rankin and Bass one. Yeah,
It is.
because they didn't do the in between ones. They did.
No, they just did Return of the King.
They did The Hobbit and Return of the King.
Yeah.
They weren't like big on the rotoscoping in that one, but what they did was instead of showing the story, they would tell it through montages in songs.
Oh yeah, they did.
And they do that like 7 times.
And it's still only like an hour long.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So it's that.
Yeah.
Then you see the Witch King get killed.
That was kind of cool.
It was awesome.
That one was kind of cool.
You should make a movie out of stuff like that.
You can make it much better. Yeah, something like that, yeah.
And then you have Frodo getting his finger chomped off.
Oh yeah, and he's like hugging it. He's like, you know.
That's
and
like one of the scenes I actually remember.
yeah, and it starts and ends on a boat. So, but then, yeah, it was the first time that I saw like a dismembered member.
Yeah, and the
in a
blood
cartoon.
streaming through the
Yeah.
fingers, like.
Well, it was like black. So
Yeah.
it's like it's not like bright
Oh,
red.
It's like
yeah.
smeared.
It's like smeared. Yeah.
And that moment when he actually like takes the ring off the
That's
off
great,
the severed
yeah.
finger, you're like,
Whoa!
Whoa.
and then he just sort of like, you know, he dances his way into the pit like he's supposed to.
Like he did, yeah.
Yeah, and then and I don't recall this being part of the books, but you tell me, because the framing device in this is that there's a minstrel singing the song about what's going on here as Frodo and all the gang is around. And at the end, Gandalf is like, well, if you notice with these hobbits, like, they're getting taller as the generations go by. And he makes this implication that that Middle-earth becomes regular Earth and we're descendants of these people.
I don't know. I don't think
I don't
that's
recall
not
that.
in the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like Merry and Pippin were like a full foot taller than all other hobbits at the end of the movie or at the end of the books because they had drinking from the Entwash. So yes,
Right.
and so they were tall enough to ride a horse. So, which no hobbit had ever done. Yeah, that's in the fucking book, man.
It wasn't that they were the, you know, steps to, because he says that's like the last line of the movie. He says like he fourth wall breaks and he says maybe there's a little hobbit in you,
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, no, that's not in the book.
and that I don't recall being in the book. I think I would have remembered.
I
that.
don't see them ending his book that way.
Well, and think how badly that would have translated to like those Peter Jackson movies if Ian McKellen.
Throws that at the very
Yeah.
end. I think it definitely helped that it was
That's
animated.
not gonna work. Yeah. So, you a little hobbit.
So I saw that the new Star Wars show has like one of the worst Rotten Tomatoes
yeah.
scores among people, and then people are just like, "Oh, people can't stand a woman lead in the show."
No.
Black woman lead.
And then
Two of
they're-
them.
And then they're just like,
Yeah.
"Oh, Rogue One, like 90% Rotten Tomatoes. Huh? Maybe you just need to write a good show."
Yeah, so that one came across my feed, and I mean, I will never watch it. So
I was curious just
I
from the
will not watch
preview,
it.
and then I'm like, oh, okay, I'm
Yeah.
already way behind in all this
as
Star
soon as
Wars
they
stuff. So
realize that
never
they're
mind.
going to turn the Jedi into the bad guy, so it's like, no, I can't do this. So, and then I saw like the first review and the second review, and then I saw guys just give up. So, like, I'm not going to review this anymore because I'm not going to watch it. Yeah. So yeah, and I was like, all right, I guess that one's done.
Yeah,
So-
I guess Star Wars is just done, huh?
Star Wars is fucked, man. It's just it's lost to the void at this moment. It's like eventually you got to get rid of your first car, so it's just not gonna last forever,
But Disney can't get rid of it.
No, they
Yeah,
won't.
they can. They can.
Yeah, but they
No, it's
won't.
integrated into their parks and
Yeah,
all
it's
that
in their
kind of
parks.
stuff.
Oh no. Well, okay.
They will
So
sell it. They'll sell fucking like Disney World before they sell Star Wars. So
well, they could. All right. Remember, this is the kind of agreement. So if you go to like Universal and stuff, right? They still have like the Hulk ride and things
do.
like that, right?
Huh.
It's not as though. So if they were to
that's the
sell,
most badass roller coaster I've ever been on. By the way, sorry.
yeah, you loved it.
That I loved that.
because that
roller
thing launches you, right?
Yes, we went on it like 3 fucking times.
How long was the line?
Very short.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, what was the ride people wanted to get on?
The Jurassic Park roller coaster. There
you go.
The Raptor coaster. The Velocicoaster. There we go. That's
How
right.
short is very short?
Huh?
Like 10 minutes?
Yeah, 10 minutes. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't
So-
think any rides were that short.
It was raining like a motherfucker,
Oh.
so that might have had something to do with it, but
Well, so if say for example, if say they sold it back to George Lucas, right? You wouldn't have to rip all this stuff out. It's just you make an agreement that says like, hey, we're gonna have this be part of the park. Here's your cut. Here's our cut, right?
Gotcha.
they will not sell it.
But
They will not sell it.
Even though
It is a dream of people out there to get Disney
Raining
away from.
this?
Yes, I know, but they are not. Disney is not a stupid company. They will not sell it. So it has a lot of stupid people in it.
bro, they still have not made back what they paid for.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, which is exactly why they're not going to sell it. So yeah.
is it part of being a smart company is knowing when you blew it?
You'd think so, but yeah. Not if the guy who made that decision is still running the place,
Yes,
which
that
is
is
what he
correct.
is.
Yes.
So, in fact, they invited him back. So, so he will, yeah, he'll never eat crow on that one. Yeah, and it still generates cash flow, so it's
Well,
just
yeah.
more important than actual whether or not it's profitable. Does it actually contribute to your bottom line every single month? Yes.
And it always will.
Yeah.
'Cause it's-
So.
I don't think it's. Here's the thing. I don't think it always will, and let me explain
It
why.
might not. Yeah.
All right, because what they failed to do with this batch, all right, and this is
capture the youth.
well, yeah, basically to say like Star Wars was #1 in the demo for a while, right? The 18 to 35 male market, right? They were.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, because they said that, okay, so they're like, well, we don't want to keep the 50, basically the 40. We don't want to, age with that, right? And, when your intention is to say that we have to try and capture a different market, right? Well, the argument at that point would be to say, like, well, why don't we go for the 18 to 35 market now?
Or even the, 12 to 20.
Well, because that's the break.
Because
That's
then you're
the
waiting too long. Because right now, we're the ones with the disposable income.
Yeah,
Well,
but we're not
it-
watching that shit no more.
the ones
Because
with,
it sucks.
They beat us out of the market. Yeah. They
But,
just,
so, but as we're coming up, then we were the ones spending all the money.
yeah, it's just, like, I don't know, man. The property just doesn't even, it's not even attracting younger viewers.
no,
So,
and especially not younger female viewers, which is what they were trying to do.
yeah, but I mean, even then, like, it's just, it's designed by committee, and it's strictly like, all right, we paid $3 billion for this motherfucker.
Is that what it cost?
I don't know, something
Oh.
like that. Yeah. And and George Lucas, like, I won't defend him on this one because he's the one who done fucked up. So he's the guy who said, "Okay, I'll sell it to you, but you got to take Kathleen Kennedy, my buddy." So that was his doing. So otherwise, Disney probably would have been like, "Fuck that, we got our own guys," kind of thing. But but that was actually part of the sale.
Gotcha.
So she was part of the furniture.
Is she the one directing everything? Like,
Yeah,
she's the big brain behind all
she's
this?
the big brain behind it all. So, but like, and so there's always been a difficulty in people who are in their 40s and 50s and 60s trying to figure out what kids who are 15 like. But Star Wars just worked for like 20 years, so nobody had to think too hard about it. But think before then. I mean, how many franchises turned over and how many comic books came and went and how many heroes, came and went and stuff. That's because you're always having older people trying to figure out what people like. And Star Wars was just a hack for that for like 20 years. And they fucked it up. Because now the young kids don't want anything to do with it either. So, I mean, fuck, dude, I have students now who've never watched Star Wars. So
They don't care.
They don't care.
They're just not interested in it.
Well, they're not even interested in movies, really. Nope. So, yeah, no. So, they watch sports and they watch YouTube and, and listen to weird music.
Dude, will you stop with that shit? Their music is not weird.
It's weird. It is weird.
Oh, man, you crossed that bridge, huh?
Oh, yeah.
You crossed that bridge. All right.
It's weird.
Like the new stuff? Or like the new stuff on the radio kind of thing? Or like, is there just a whole different...
Well, I don't know. So, like...
You don't hear new stuff on the radio.
Well, okay, so I did.
You hear new hip-hop on the radio, but you don't hear new...
types of music?
Well, you're not going to... If you go to a rock station... You're gonna hear the Eagles.
Stuff.
There's new stuff. So I drove up to Denver last week, and we listened to radio the entire way. And so yes, and it's Kilo, and so like half of it is stuff that I knew. But there's new stuff out there.
Butt rock, which
whatever it is, they're just mad rock. They're all mad.
Yeah, butt rock.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Why is it called butt rock?
Because it's butt. Because look.
Is that a thing, or did you just make that up?
No, that's been a term.
Okay, all right. So,
is rock nowadays just mad?
It's mad.
No,
screaming kind of.
No,
the stuff that I listened to was
that's rock is split into a million different things. There's no real. The only like mainstream rock is like Imagine Dragons, and that wouldn't even been
rock.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That rock is Imagine Dragons and Foo Fighters and basically anything with a softer edge that has a guitar in it. There is no aggressive mainstream rock.
The only new stuff I hear is all the top 40 stuff that the kids might have on. Livy might have on. Williams.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. There's no real rock in the top 40, and I'm not picking on it. It's just that has broken down into its subgenres, and that's fine. There's no real diversity in the top 40 anyway.
No, not really.
It's very samey.
Yeah.
Which is why the top 40 sucks. But that also means...
listen to that anymore? You said your kids
Livy listens to all the Has Been Hotel songs.
Oh, okay.
Right, exactly.
And she just plays those on a loop.
But what they're doing is they're rallying around the last few big artists they have. That's why fucking guys our age are going to Taylor Swift concerts and shit. It's done. It's done. That era is on its last legs.
The Taylor Swift era?
Yes. Because they're not generating...
She'll be around a while.
They're not generating...
Fucking Rolling Stones are still out there. She'll be around a while.
Well, that's the thing. Nobody gives a shit about the Rolling Stones past Steel Wheels. They don't want to hear the new shit.
Yeah, okay.
I didn't even know that.
Well, they're still touring. So.
They're still releasing albums, but nobody cares. You don't go to those concerts to hear the new shit. That's what I'm saying is, you can...
I bet you there's a pretty sizable demographic that's actually trying Social Security.
I guarantee
every one of those concerts, man. So yeah,
fuck that. It's like just a year ago, right? Kiss is still touring. Okay,
well, they're done now.
They're on their last. It's supposed to be their farewell tour. They're 70, right?
He's only 70.
Gene says, yeah, he's 70.
Oh, I thought he was older than that.
Well, he's probably like 72 now. I'm thinking about when they last toured, but That's the thing. You go to those guys have like 30 albums. They don't want to hear songs on them past Creatures of the Night or Destroyer, which were in the 80s. Right? That's the thing. Nobody wants to hear their new shit. And that's the same thing where Taylor Swift, she's she's going to be on the border of that soon. Okay? Same
She's only
thing.
like 32.
I don't.
She's got a ways to go.
She's got power.
Yeah.
But she has... Dude, she's been around since I was teaching high school.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Yeah.
Right? And that's when it was quote-unquote country.
Well, she even had for a section there. She had her own station on
Oh, I'm like satellite?
satellite.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, of course.
And Livy would throw them on, but even then, like she'd just be like, "I don't know that song."
Right.
So yeah, I guess there's plenty of.
But yeah, she's gonna get onto basically like greatest hits tours sooner than later, right? Same thing goes with like, yes, Rihanna is still big. Who cares? That's the thing is these are just the last like names. The radio,
Well, then what's next?
it's gonna fall. What you're seeing happening to movies is the same thing that's happening to music. Only music is first.
Yeah, music broke down first.
Music megastars. I'm telling you, we used to have them like crazy, right? It used to like, and it would be out of nowhere. You're like, fucking Dishwalla is huge this month, right?
Yeah, I remember.
Matchbox 20 is huge, right?
Gross.
Nobody cares. They would come around and say like, you guys have been releasing albums every 2 years ever since. I've never heard a song off of them.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's what I'm talking about. That era is done.
It's not just because we don't listen to music anymore.
It's probably that.
You guys do. I still do.
Oh, I definitely.
do
I have
not.
no part.
And that's the thing is, when is the last time, this is what I'm talking about, right? Like, so, when I was, like, buying music, and not that I don't buy music, because I still buy, like, songs and stuff, right? And occasionally I don't buy it now because it's all on Amazon Music, right? I thought it was cool back in the day when you would listen to an album from start to finish, right? And you would sort of like derive meaning from it. Like there was a journey that the album was taking you on.
Some of them were like that.
I never did that.
Some of them were not.
Absolutely not. But some of them were like, wow, I'm actually like getting something out of this. Nobody listens to albums like that. There's no mystique on this. It's like people aren't going to delve into Hotel California anymore and think about, is this really about the Church of Satan? Right? They're not going to delve into that. They're not going to play Dark Side of the Moon with Wizard of Oz, right? Because theoretically Pink Floyd recorded this to match up to this. No, they're not going to do that because you only want to hear one song off of it.
Yeah, you don't have to download the album. All you got to do is go get the song.
But that's what I'm saying.
Do they even cut albums like they used to?
They do.
Okay.
They do, but nobody listens to them like that anymore.
Yeah,
And that's,
I don't
Do
have a problem
people
with that.
buy albums like so they still have the chart?
yeah.
Oh.
Like if you go to
I
Walmart,
have no idea.
if you go to
You can
Walmart,
buy a
you can still
CD.
buy the CDs.
Weird.
Well, I know they have some DVDs and stuff.
Bro, you can buy them on vinyl. I mean, that's the thing is they're
Is that what they're basing the like top sales?
well, album is album, regardless of the format. If they sell it on iTunes,
Who buys the album on iTunes?
lots of
The whole album?
William Black people. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna lay it out for you like that. They're the last people that are still buying like albums in big chunks.
Huh.
I'm not fucking with you. It's the truth. Why is it? Because when you look at the breakdown of it, okay, they buy like the whole Drake album,
Huh.
and they're still buying them in stores.
God damn, I haven't bought an album in 25 years.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I've bought a few.
I don't know when.
I was definitely in college last time.
Yeah, it had to be in college.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Is
I haven't bought a song since then.
okay. I listen to music all the time, and again, that's
Well, I listened to it on radio.
I'm
yeah.
talk radio. So
Huh? I'm talk radio
I
too,
don't-
but my daughter can only take so much of it.
I
I
don't-
can too, man. There's only so much of it that it's like, okay, I've got it.
I don't force it on people.
Yeah.
But usually they got their own phones plugged in and doing their own thing.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying is you don't get that sort of mystique that comes along with it that propels people to like superstardom without that kind of like intrigue to it, right?
Well, that's happening with movie stars now too. So
Yeah.
I noticed that, like, yeah, like, you know, used to be you can't, you know, walk to the store without bumping into somebody famous, you know, kind of thing. But now it's like Hollywood's just devoid of any kind of like big name stars.
You don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's that guy from that movie. You know, it's so. It's not
I
like,
totally care.
okay, so who are your top 5 guys right now?
Well, if
They're all going to be
Jonathan-
Marvel guys, aren't they?
That's fine.
Jonathan Krasinski.
Okay.
Well,
He
was
does
in a
not-
Marvel movie, but he's not.
He does not count as a Marvel guy.
Okay, so
He should, but they decided against that.
Well, yeah. But, no, I'd still like. There's a Brad Pitt and George Clooney movie coming up that I
Fucking
don't
those
have
two
a
guys
clue.
are from 1990.
Oh, you mean the
yeah.
new guy?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, because they have like what 4 Oceans movies together.
Dude,
Okay,
progressively
I'll have to-
stupider.
that's what I'm saying is, you don't know who the new
Taylor Joy.
Okay, she's new.
Yeah.
She's new. She's
She's
good.
huge. And it's kind of hard.
Man,
not
she's
to
not
get-
like
She's in.
she's not
everything.
like Michelle Pfeiffer huge back in the day.
I
Come
think
on.
she's bigger.
I don't know about that, man.
She's in like everything.
Anya Taylor-Joy is just the best of what they can get.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay? Sort of like Florence Pugh from Midsommar.
I saw Dune 2. So she's a.
Oh, I haven't seen that yet.
Right. That's the same thing. It would be for me to say, what's her name? Fucking squinty eyes black girl. What's her name again? From Spider-Man.
Oh,
Just one name like
yeah,
Cher.
yeah, God, how can I not think of her name?
Uh,
Yeah, she's in Dune, the main star in Dune, the girl.
I haven't seen it.
The first one?
Oh no, I've seen the first
She's
one.
in.
She's at the end of it. She's one of the Fremen. She's
Oh,
plays
she's
Pilar.
Zendaya.
Yeah, Zendaya.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
They try to prop her up like she's a star.
She's not good.
No, she's not.
She's just kind
She's just in stuff.
of emotionless and.
So is Florence Pugh.
I don't know
I haven't
who
seen
that
her in
is.
enough stuff.
Oh,
Who is that?
well, she was in
Is that how you say
Midsommar.
her name?
Florence Pugh.
Pugh.
P-U-G-H.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why she's
I don't know either.
Because I don't like the roll of her last name. I don't like the acoustics of it.
You?
Yeah, I
Pew.
hate it.
Oh, is she French?
I don't even know that's a real last name. It could be.
Stage name.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
But I haven't seen her in anything other than Black Widow.
She was in Black Widow. She was awful in that.
She was not that good. And
No.
they really talked that she did a great job, and I'm like,
There are a lot of people that say she's the best thing about it, but she's fucking
it
awful.
was not that great.
And it's that same.
I guess I've never seen anything with her.
She's been in other things, but I mean, her breakout role was Midsommar. I hate that movie,
I never saw it.
and she's the worst part of it.
I don't even know what that's about. Is that I want to think that it's a William Shakespeare movie.
You think no? It's actually made by the same director of Hereditary, but whereas Hereditary is awesome, Midsommar can blow me.
Huh. Will it be something I like?
It depends.
We usually have kind of pull.
Hey,
Yeah,
let me
just
ask
because he
you.
hates her, you should just
I
go pick it up.
know.
Yeah.
I know what I'm waiting.
Yeah.
Okay, yesterday. No, well, let me ask you. Yesterday I finished Godzilla's -1. What'd you think of it?
I didn't finish it.
Why?
It was boring. Like the first part, like they had one quick attack, and then it was just like blah 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 blah. Blah.
Yeah, no more.
And I'm like, oh god, and then so I fell asleep, and I'm like,
Is it all subtitled?
Yeah.
Oh fuck, that put me to sleep too, man. So, yeah. I can't do that stuff anymore, man.
I'll finish it. I'll finish it.
That's the one
No.
where he's like fighting in World War II, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the war is over.
Oh, okay.
It's in the closing days of World War II
Yeah.
that it begins.
And the I don't know, the opening scene with the Godzilla, he just didn't look that impressive.
No, he gets bigger.
Oh, okay. Well, that's part of it.
That's part of the movie, William. That's part of the extended metaphor. Is that Godzilla is a monster of Japanese creation, right? Made horrible, right, by radiation from nuclear weapons.
Okay. All right, maybe I'll finish it. I'll finish it. Oh,
No, you won't.
Oh.
And you're gonna come back and you're like, it's still fucking boring.
It might be.
It might be.
But maybe when he grows up, it turns all right. But
No, it's not, because you're gonna be like, this is going on, but they weren't fighting a giant monkey, and
I haven't even watched any of those. I just saw
I watched
part.
one of those. It was fun. It was dumb.
I'm just
It
saying,
was
you can
fun.
say it's fun. It's not good.
No, it's not
It is
good, but
fun.
it was
No
fun.
means good.
Yeah. So
If you're playing to your audience and just give them what you want, like I said, the Bad Boys movie. There's nothing good about it, but it's really entertaining all the way through.
That's fine, but this is what I'm driving at here is none of those things that you're talking about are the things where actors or actresses stand out. Right? So if you're going to talk about why it is that actors from a previous age still mean something, they were the draw to the movies. Right?
Kevin Hart.
oh god.
Look,
He's the draw.
he's the draw, just in the same way that, like, Tyler Perry movies are a draw.
I think Kevin Hart's way bigger.
Than Tyler Perry
Well, not the
as a
whole
whole?
empire of Tyler Perry, but
No, because there are some dumb white people that like him too. But I'm just saying that yeah, it's the old guard of this, right? They're it. The actual, like, big superstars. The first guys that came to your mind were Brad Pitt and George Clooney. George Clooney was on fucking Roseanne.
Oh yeah, he
Wait,
was.
what?
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he played Booker on
He was the
Roseanne.
Booker. That was before he went to ER.
He worked. Yeah, he worked. In
oh
the,
my god,
in the,
Forgot about that,
He
huh?
was the mid boss in
Oh my
Wellman Plastics.
god, no way!
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's how far back he goes,
Holy cow!
right? And you're saying like this is like, oh, this guy. You
You got to check this
he's
guy out, Jeff. Yeah,
Oh.
he does wonderful work.
New people? Oh man.
See, that's kind of my point. Is like the new talent is kind of far. It's spread thin, because you just don't get as many movies as you used to get. So
We have tons, but they're not.
they're not. Yeah.
Well, and they're all, even the guys that get big, they don't. Well, as soon as they go and try to do their next thing, like Aaron Paul, like,
Yeah,
none of his
exactly,
stuff took
yeah.
over.
Yeah,
the
that stuff
guy
is weird, man.
Jon Snow,
Yeah.
like
I don't even know that guy's name.
Kit
Oh,
Harington.
Kit Harington. Well, he got married and he went kind of crazy. Yeah.
Did he? Oh.
He did. He had to go through rehab for a while or something.
Whoa.
Yeah. But
Oh,
his
did he have
shit,
problems?
his shit imploded. So, in fact, that show was like a curse for everybody.
Yeah, like I don't
So,
all
yeah.
the main people. I mean,
Except
Sophie Turner did all right.
Sophie Turner did okay, but
And
then she got
and
married and
the short
disappeared.
guy.
Peter Dinklage.
Peter
Peter
Dinklage.
Dinklage.
Yeah.
He does.
Well, he did like 2 more things
Yeah,
after
and
that.
now
But
he's
it's like,
gone, too.
hey man, it's just Tyrion. So being an asshole somewhere else, got it. So
he is likable in some things.
But like Jason Sudeikis,
I don't even know. Who
he's
that
the
is.
guy that
seen
played.
him in a little
He's
while,
the guy
yeah.
that played
he was Bond.
Mustache, the coach, soccer. Coach.
Oh yeah. Ted.
Damn it!
Soccer
it.
coach?
It's huge.
Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso.
Oh. What movie has he been in? That's
No, it's a TV show.
Yeah, he does shows.
He does TV
and stuff.
shows.
well, that's what I'm saying. Like
Well, like shows are bigger than.
See, that's kind of true, man. It's like, you get a 5-6 episode run of something like Stranger Things now. It just blows everybody's summer away. So,
but you're talking about Jason Sudeikis on like Apple TV.
Well,
Which
yeah, and it's all
I don't
fun.
have.
Ted
I don't
Lasso
have it.
took over the world for a little bit there.
For a little bit, but it was like the last hurrah because then the
Well, it's
streaming
over.
wars started and everybody got split up into different platforms. It's like, did you see Ted Lasso? No, I'm on Amazon. Oh, sorry, man. So, can you share my password? It's like, sure. So, and then the black helicopters show up.
They're deliberately trying to crack down on that shit. I mean,
Yeah.
that is not helping their cause. This is something that, the people that you remember, like, it's funny that people still know who, like, Glenn Close and Meryl Streep are. And they hold.
They are.
I mean, they're still good. This is when I come down to it, like, there are no actresses, like, currently that are worth a shit. Like
Anna Taylor-Joy. I
Anna
think
Taylor-Joy
she's
is
good.
pretty good.
she's good. She's not. Dude,
Emily Blunt's good.
Emily Blunt's awesome.
Yeah.
That's different.
Yeah.
She got her start before
She did.
any of this kicked in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
she
she's
did.
good.
She's actually in the old guard. It's kind of funny in the same way, like when I think about Ryan Reynolds, that dude's been in like sitcoms since the '90s, but I still think of him as
As a
like
kid kind of
Yeah,
thing.
as a kid.
he just looks young, and he's playing like
He's Deadpool.
yes. Same thing with what's his name? The guy who was in Blade Runner 2049. He's in everything. He's
Gosling.
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Ryan
He's
Gosling.
been around for a long.
He's been around a
time.
long time.
What
man.
about Margot?
Margot
I mean,
Robbie?
she's
No,
worthless. She's terrible. She is
No, she's
fucking
Margot
terrible.
Robbie?
Yeah, she's
There's
terrible.
way worse.
What?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think she's great.
I think she's pretty good.
She's what
She was
what was she
great.
in that she was awesome in?
Oh, Wolf of Wall Street. She was awesome in that. So
Really?
I thought so.
I thought that was as one note as it gets.
Well, the movie sucked, but she was good. So
Okay.
yeah. I can only take so much of Jonah Hill in a movie.
Look, it's not just that. I mean, there's
It's like I start sweating when I see that guy.
What about Moneyball?
Oh man, that's got him at his fattest and Brad Pitt at his hairiest. So it's just like the worst. So
Like it's a baseball movie. Maybe that was a.
it's not
wait.
enough of a baseball.
it's not enough of it. There's not enough baseball in that movie. So
I want to
yeah.
be way more baseball than it actually is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is okay. So if you want to give it to her, go ahead. Right? It's the same way that people will. I think Emma Stone's incredibly one
Yeah.
note,
Well,
but I don't.
I
Yeah,
think she's good.
she's okay, but I don't. Again, I don't put her acting chops on the same level as the generation that came before her. Not even close.
There's a couple though. There's always a couple every generation, man. So it's just not as common. So
You know, if I were to, in that same like vein, okay, so again, she's all right. She just does not blow my socks off in terms of acting. Scarlett Johansson is terrible.
yeah,
She
but
mumbles her way through everything.
that's always been true though, man. She's been around a long time. So
Well, and she's been in very good movies, right?
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, she's unintelligible,
yeah, I agree with you on that one. So
right? And I can point you at like I can point you at actresses that never like launched in that same way, that have 10 times the chops but just didn't launch, right? It's just like, okay, you have a look, right? It's not, you are not the box office draw anymore. That doesn't matter. We don't have to spend $20 million to get you in this movie. We can spend that on something else.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence is hit or miss.
yeah. When she's actually like the focus of the movie, she's actually really good. So when she's in an ensemble, I don't think she's as good.
And you can tell when she's dialing it in.
Oh yeah,
The last X-Men.
all the X-Men's.
I think she,
First class, I
one,
think she's actually very.
She did
she's
good.
quite
Okay, all
good.
right, there you go.
Because she gave a shit.
Yeah.
And she was
Well,
the focal
by
point
the
of
third
movie.
and fourth one, she basically said, "I'm tired of this freaking makeup crap."
Yeah, it would be too if you had to sit in a fucking chair for 6 hours
Yeah.
naked before
So
you
that's
get
why
to
they
go.
said in those ones, like, she's always wearing like an overcoat and she's always
She's like, I'm not sitting in that fucking
human
chair.
form almost all the time.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't blame her for that.
So yeah, there's that. So a lot of the heavy hitters, they're just not very good. I would, and again, they're not really headliners. You wouldn't see a movie because Anya Taylor-Joy is in it.
I would.
Give her
Just because she's in
yeah,
it?
give her
Yeah.
a couple years, man. She's done some
100%.
pretty good
The
independent
Queen's
projects.
Gambit was
Queen's Gambit was a
fantastic.
great movie.
Guys,
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
one was fun.
I was in love with the first movie she was in,
What was that?
The Bitch,
Oh, that's right. It's
and she's awesome in
great.
that.
Yeah.
That movie's great.
Well, I know I'm jaded or whatever because I go see all sorts of stuff. But yeah, I would 100% go see it just because she's.
Man,
Because she almost always chooses a really cool role.
okay. If you're taking it up from that range, because you know what, I will give you this. There was a tile where You could probably do that with Brad Pitt too. He was aiming to take interesting,
you could.
challenging roles.
Well, no, Denzel.
Denzel.
But
After a while, he's
he
found
took
I'm this guy.
I like to hit people.
I'm this guy. Yeah.
I'm gonna die by the end, probably, or
Do I have to shave for this movie?
I don't know. I feel like at around like John Q, he's like, I know who I am.
Yeah.
If you have versions of this
There's
that make
10
me a little bit
versions of
tougher,
John
his
Q.
kid, I'd go see.
oh,
Denzel?
Yeah, Denzel has a kid that's been in a few.
Yeah, you're
He's
right.
been Black Klansman.
that movie was stupid.
Really? I thought it was pretty cool.
The only thing cool about that movie was it was
Yeah, maybe that just changed my. Anything could have almost happened. It took place in this.
You cannot take that movie and then use the end of it to try and draw parallels to modern day racism. That was so ham-fisted and bullshit.
I
That
toss
movie
these
can
things
kiss
out.
my ass with that.
I toss out messages a lot.
I just, yeah.
I couldn't care less.
Yeah.
I mean, it has to really offend me for me to care about that they tried to slip in messages or any of this kind of stuff. So,
Bro, this is like that whole Star Wars thing. Is number one, respect the lore, okay? Respect the lore, and number two, respect my intelligence.
Star Wars ones, for me, they just got dumb. Like, and they just weren't entertaining. It was just like even the special effects didn't add anything. Like it just was dumb.
No, this is the thing. We are post that period. We are post imagination, right? Where just the spectacle of it, like, look, I have no idea what's getting people to those Avatar movies, all right? I don't. And I never will, okay? The spectacle of it wasn't interesting enough for me the first time, and the second time was even dumber.
I didn't see the second one.
I did.
Yeah.
They were drilling the space whale brains.
You told me that. Yeah, you told me about that.
It's a very... You saw it?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
It was a very long, boring...
Yes. And it made ass loads of money.
Even with 3D, it wasn't nearly...
I didn't watch it in 3D.
That's supposed to be the whole...
I rented it from fucking Amazon, and...
Why did you do that?
I had to know.
You had to know?
I had to know. Yep, that's what you get.
Sleepy time.
Yeah, I had to know. There's a lot of like big movies that I end up seeing because I gotta know. Yeah. Now a movie that I had like totally missed out on, and it's a real shame because it was awesome. Was I watched Memento?
What's that about?
Johnny Depp? Is that it?
That is Guy Pearce and Carrie Ann Moss, and of course it has Joe Cypher from The Matrix. It's
Joey Pants.
yes, it has
Joey
him in
Pants.
it, and of course he's kind of a quasi bad guy, but
Guy Pearce
that is
still
I
out there.
think I
That
How
is
old is this
movie-
movie?
it's like
ages.
20 years old at
Yeah.
least.
I don't.
It's the movie about the guy who is tattooing his memories on his
I have
body.
not seen
I
it.
think I saw that on the rig once, but I don't really know.
Really quite good.
Yeah.
It was Christopher Nolan's movie before he did the Batman movies, right? Great movie. I don't know how I missed out on it. But yeah, that's
Probably because it had Guy Pearce in it.
This would have been like after LA Confidential when he was...
Oh, when he was pretty
Yeah,
hot.
yeah.
Okay. I watched that not too long ago. That movie does not hold up as good. So
it's still good.
it's still good.
You have to keep it on the QT.
Yeah, you have to keep it on QT and the down low. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay.
very hush hush.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't see what would have changed with time. What?
No, it's just it's the pacing is different than you remember it being. There's holes in it that before you probably didn't notice. So, but after you've watched it like 3 times, you come back to it after 10 years, it's kind of like, yeah, he should have just called that guy. So.
Well, I suppose in that same
Okay.
regard, is The Usual Suspect still good now that you know the big twist?
Yes.
That one's okay, but that was one of the few times I actually called a twist. So that one's a little weird. I mean, I've gotten got by just about every other fucking twisty movie out there.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but that one I was actually, oh, it's that guy. You know? That was the only time. So even like, yeah, even even like some of the dumb twisty movies usually get me. Like M. Night Shyamalan. movies.
The Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense, they got me on
I think
that
that got everybody.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who got away from that one, but like, I can't remember what.
Then they start getting
stupid.
bad.
Oh, the plants.
The
Yeah.
plant one, the
Yeah.
village.
The village is like there's the plant is so bad, but they have to run through a backyard in the end. It's supposed to be all scary and shit. It's like it's a fucking backyard, man. Yeah.
Signs, the
Sign.
payoff wasn't that good.
Signs. No, the payoff wasn't that good, and that's one of the few movies where I did not like Joaquin Phoenix. So he just was not a good character in that movie. So
I thought it was fine. I just, it's just a middling movie for me.
It
it's
was
very
not-
middling.
Actually, you know what? It's a movie with a shit ton of potential that doesn't pay. That's the
100%.
That's the problem. Is halfway through, you're like, if you pay off on half of what you're setting up, this will be really interesting.
Not just the fact that this girl set up water glasses throughout the goddamn house.
And it's like,
Swing away, barrel.
Yeah.
Swing
Oh my
away.
God, dude.
and then when people break it down here, they're like, "You guys don't get it. It's a metaphor for this." Like, I get it. Asshole.
I do get it.
I get
Yeah, I
it.
get it.
It's just not good.
It was not a good payoff.
God.
But in his pantheon on movies, that's probably the second or third best one. Yeah.
I kind of want to see the. I guess he's got like. I saw the one where they turn old.
that movie
That
sucks.
movie was so fucking bad. I got tripped on fucking airport.
They turned old.
Oh yeah,
I heard it was a return to form, and that was
movie was so bad.
after he got me back. After he got me back with Split. Okay.
Oh yeah,
He got me back with Split. I'm like, okay, you know what?
It was one with Bruce Willis, right?
No,
No.
it's in the series.
Yeah.
Bruce Willis was Unbreakable.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Was it Glass before Split?
Dude, well, there's like 10 movies before that. Like, he does his like Last Airbender shit in between there.
That one was terrible.
Yeah, you were mad about
Oh
that.
yeah, I watched the entire series and everything. And I'm like, this is god awful.
No, there were a shit ton of movies in between.
But I mean, just for the order of that, as Unbreakable is first, and
Yeah, it was Glass.
Glass, and then Split, and then whatever it was that put them all together.
No, Glass was way later. It
After
was
Split,
so it was so it's the so it's Unbreakable first, and Mr. Glass is in that movie,
yes,
right?
Oh, right.
And then it's it's Split,
Split,
and then it's Glass.
Glass, and then is Glass the one that puts them all together?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
because he's the
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that's right. I couldn't really remember from the Glass movie, but yeah, you're right. It's because that's the one that I'm thinking of.
It's not great. No,
No.
in fact, it feels cheap. It feels really cheap. It feels like a TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. But
Yeah, the one
I
with
thought
the old people was so fucking bad.
I thought that one was funny, but funny wasn't what they were going.
Funny was not. Yeah.
You watch it as like you can't seriously be doing this.
I know.
Like it's funny.
It's like walk back to the fucking hotel. Just walk back to the goddamn hotel. So
But he's got a new one out with Dakota Fanning that the preview looks like it might be good, but I'm really because I like the one that he has with Dave Bautista. I'm like, it's like in a cabin or something. I have no idea, but I'm just like,
Dakota Fanning, not a big actress.
no.
Never
But
gonna
the
be a big
preview
actress.
looks kind of cool.
They try to sell her as a big actress.
They really
not a
try.
big actress.
not a big actress.
It's just not gonna. It's not. It doesn't work that way anymore.
But I think who she is looks like it would play as the role.
Okay.
Like I don't think they're making her act as something that she's not.
No, and look, and we've had actresses and actors where they came in and they're like, this person is going to be the next big thing, right?
And they
So,
blow up.
What's his name? Like, we're always making fun of Starship Troopers.
Jasper Van Diem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thought he was going to be the biggest thing in the
And
world.
Just completely flatlined. Yeah.
Rooney Mara.
Yep.
Was supposed to be the next big thing.
Who's that?
Her big breakout role was the girl with the dragon tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Ah,
She ends up making a great performance in a movie called Ghost Story, but I was one of like 4 people that watched it.
It's the one with the sheet.
Yep,
Yeah,
that
I've
movie
seen that.
is fucking awesome.
The movie is pretty good. It's slow and boring though. So
Well, all right. So I'll admit I was captivated by it, but again, if you say like it's
oh, it's extra slow and boring.
I mean, you
It's like Lighthouse, slow and boring.
I think it's more boring than Lighthouse, but I didn't like the Lighthouse.
I didn't really like it either.
I thought it was okay. It's just
Dude,
that movie is way more potential than payoff.
and it's up its own ass. So
Big time.
Yeah.
Oh,
I just can't. I don't have tolerance for that anymore in movies. It's like, yes, I read Shakespeare. No, I'm not gonna put this together. Fucking send in the fighters. Drop some bombs. You know. Oh my God, you're gonna reference. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here we go.
No, that's fine.
You're
That's
gonna
fine.
reference.
Hey, hold on. If the movie is advertised as that, as up its own ass, okay, I dig it.
Okay.
You can't K-19 me and sell me an action movie.
That's really about radiation poisoning.
Yes. And it's slow, and it's sad, and it's depressing.
And Harrison Ford is probably. That's another guy. I hate to say it, he's overrated now too, man.
Big time.
Oh, he should just be done.
He should just be done.
Big time. Oh.
So I seen him do a couple interviews like during that last Indiana Jones movie, and you could talk about a guy who's just like, dude, go home, drink a glass of milk, take a nap.
Right.
You know,
You've earned it.
You've earned it.
Yeah.
You know, and he's just a surly, mean
Like
bastard.
Jack,
So yeah,
whatever. Just you know.
you know,
Although Christopher Walken is in Dune too, and I was just like, damn.
yeah,
how
he's
old
the
are you?
emperor, isn't he?
Yeah. I was
yeah.
like, wait, how old are you?
Really? God, I have not seen that yet. I need to do that. It's
I
out on
watched Sleepy Hollow not too long ago. I forgot that he was the Horseman.
Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp
Whoa.
one, yeah, the Tim Burton one.
That was what, like 2000?
I think it might have been
I thought it
before
was late
that.
90s.
Yeah.
Is it
So
late 90s?
yeah, I mean the effects in it are surprisingly well done. I forgot about the horse getting shredded at the end of it. So it like literally jumps in the shredder machine. So, but it's the tree. So
I may have to go back on this. I have very few memories.
it
about
was
this.
shorter than I remembered it being. So it was bloodier than I remembered it being, and it had Christopher Walken in it, which I had completely forgotten about. So,
Huh.
and it's where he's young too. So, well, younger. So, but I forgot they filed down his teeth, man. It looks so fucking goofy.
Wait, is he? Okay. So is he? All right. So at that point, is he still? Has he resigned to just being Christopher Walken at that point, or is he still trying to?
No, I think Tim Burton probably asked for him. I don't know.
Okay.
Because this is mid career Tim Burton. So, you know, before he's like, oh, I'm Tim Burton, you want to come, you know, be in my movie. You know.
Oh,
Or do you mean where Christopher Walken starts talking his?
Look? Okay, so you have like Blue Velvet Walken, where he is doing something a little bit different, but he's still himself. And then you have him playing himself in
Right.
Joe Dirt,
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is pre-Joe Dirt. Yeah.
right? You get one of those two things because, yeah, you will get him just doing that thing that where it's he feels like he's doing a parody of himself. Talking to my man all wrong. It's the wrong tone. You know, it's do it again. You know, it's the same thing when he appears in Pulp Fiction for 3.5 minutes.
This watch in my ass.
Right? He's just Christopher Walken. He's not trying to put a spin on it. So I got nothing against him. Honestly,
it's
I
fine.
find him
It's fun.
incredibly amusing.
Yeah.
He's in a Bond movie too.
Really?
Yes,
He
he's in a
is.
Bond movie. He's a villain.
It's one of
Like the
older
main
ones.
villain?
Always, yeah, and it's an '80s one too.
Yeah. It's
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think it's a Roger Moore one, isn't
It might be the Timothy Dalton one.
it? Is it?
I can't remember. There's only one Timothy Dalton movie, right? That's the one with the sharks.
I do not know Bond at all.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
that movie is dog shit. I remember the Sharks man.
Yeah.
It's like a cartoon.
It's very cartoony, yeah. But that's not the same one as the... Yeah, there was the other guy where Max von Sydow has got the fucking octopus thing that comes up out of the water.
Right.
That's a Roger Moore one, yeah. It's so dumb. It captures like super tankers or something with it, right? Yeah, that's what it is.
Yes.
It's gonna steal all the world's oil, one tanker.
That's so unfair. Max von Sydow is so good.
Oh, he's great. But he, like, my understanding is that he had a really good sense of humor and he liked that shit. So he's not this serious, super serious German dude. So
No, so's my understanding. I mean,
Yeah.
there's I was reading something again with Lord of the Rings being so in the news lately with the new productions that they're doing and all that other stuff.
what's in the news?
Well, they're talking about the Rings of Power season 2.
The dog shit series.
Yes,
So-
the one that nobody likes, but they can't stop because they already spent all that money on it. And there's an animated version coming out. But anyway, there's talk about this, and McKellen and
He is so old, man.
He is.
He needs to get off that.
well, he and Christopher Lee were like talking because they're two old guys from the same generation.
Lee's dad.
Oh well, no, this was not something that happened just.
Oh, okay.
Right. And they were
I was talking to my buddy the other day. Where are you?
no. This is
Where
not
are you now?
this is not Shakespeare. You're looking at an empty chair. It's like, who's there, man? No. So they were having a discussion, and I think it was Christopher Lee was talking to him, and he's like, I don't think Peter Jackson likes me. He's like, what? He's like, he just had me do 15 takes of this. He's like, well, he does that to everybody.
Oh, man.
Because he got like sort of like down. He is an incredibly accomplished actor over so many years, but he still had this like lack of confidence. Like, am I
Yeah.
doing this right? He's like, what do I do? He's like, no, it's just the director.
It's just the director.
He does like 15 takes.
Yeah.
I just did 15 myself, and I don't suck.
Yeah.
It's not you, man.
No. I know Christopher Lee was pissed that Peter Jackson like pulled a whole. Starman originally had a death scene, so
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
and
I did
He was
read that
very,
too.
very proud of it, and gave a nice speech, and then he got stabbed, and then pushed off the balcony by the Grima Wormtongue guy. So, and he was like, "That was a really cool scene. Why'd you cut that?" He's like, "Well, time." He's like, "There's 3 other hours of movie." So
You're telling me that audience want to see more of this dude like fucking surfing down the trunk of one of these elephants.
see, and that's the other thing that the people didn't know about Christopher Lee is that he was absolutely
genius
vicious
sportsman.
swordsman, and he
Yes.
actually did a lot of the swords training for those guys on that thing because he was really good with the rapier. So, and I actually went back and I watched he has a famous fight scene from, it's not Henry V, it's from Macbeth. And so
Yeah.
I had
So
to go
did-
watch that thing. It was great. It's also, yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, wow, man. So he's gonna poke you right in the eye with that thing. So
Yeah, it is, and it's the same thing where you're like, you know what? Now that I know that this is you actually swinging the lightsabers around,
oh yeah, before you get your hands cut off.
this is kind of cool.
I did see a breakdown of like, so there's a specific move that Anakin does at that point in time to cut off his hands.
Yes.
He tries it on Obi-Wan in the 3rd movie, and Obi-Wan blocks it. And it's just this one little thing, and then so like, hey, did you actually intend to cut his hands off? And they were like, yep. So good on you for noticing, buddy.
Wow.
You caught that?
No, I didn't catch it. Somebody
yeah,
else on the
I was like,
internet
oh,
caught it,
okay.
and someone who was like one of the choreographers.
Oh,
for
okay,
that. It was
okay.
like, yep, that's exactly what we were trying to do. So, yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
Look, it's weird, and I do have kind of like a hot and cold relationship with those first 3 movies.
I liked it.
Dude, I love them
gotta
now just
tell
because
you-
they're
Yeah.
ugly. So,
Well, this is the thing: is at least like in hindsight now, they really did try to do something different.
they tried to do a lot of stuff different in that one. It just, a lot of it's just that Death Valley of CG at that time. Because I went and I watched the last battle in the first one not too long ago. Man, that's some like fucking Windows desktop screen.
The lightsaber duel is as good as
The
anything.
lightsaber duel is the best part of the movie.
Yeah,
It beats anything in the series.
yeah.
Hands down.
The space battle's not bad, except for what's this button do? But the land battle, it's bad. It's really bad. So
It's dude, it is like when you go in there and they load when they're like, so you got these three parts going on, right? So you got TIE Fighter, you got like Knights of the Old Republic, and then you got Age of Empires 4.
Yeah, you do.
And it looks every bit the part where you're like, so faction over here has these like balls.
right, yeah.
And you look at the bonuses, like what are the bonuses of the
Yeah.
why would you use the ball people?
Yep.
Right?
Because they have Jar Jar.
It's rough. And like I get it. And I can certainly, especially after a time period like that, and you come in and you're trying to swing fresh, right? Because at least something like that I can forgive. Because if you go in there and say, like, all right, so my first movie of this came out in 1977, I am going to be attracting new audiences. And when it turned out, oddly enough, there were a lot of kids who did like those parts, right?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Now, I'm a grown man. I'm sitting there looking at this stuff, and I don't want to say I was offended, but there was at least enough, like, kind of cool shit in there for me to be like, hey, this was all right.
I actually always liked the third movie.
The third movie, I think, is still great.
I saw the day I saw that one, I was like, that one's good. I like
The
that.
second movie has no redeeming qualities, but the
Oh, come on. So the tiger and the rhino.
yes, and the Hydralisk.
Oh, that's right.
Starcraft,
The actual
yes.
Hydralisk from
Yes.
StarCraft. Yeah. So
Yeah, the second one was junk.
The second
But
one,
I'll freely admit.
Star Wars 2, is the Iron Man 3 of Star Wars. Where it's like, do you have any
You don't
ideas?
really need to watch it.
Like, do you have any ideas? Like, nah, just like more. It's like, people like these Iron Man suits, use them all.
all the Iron Man. all
Lightsabers everywhere.
Everywhere.
all colors.
Everywhere.
Yeah, all colors.
All colors. Yeah, how about arena full of like insects?
Sure, throw it in.
Sure.
Can we use CGI on those things?
Absolutely. Yeah, that's that. But definitely. Yeah, it's that movie is just stuff. It is just stuff and stuff and stuff. But the third one actually has a focus to it. It's like it has a story to tell.
Yeah.
It has a moment where, all right, it can go either way, and it goes this way. All right. Now, it is kind of weird that there are like people on the ground, and they're like, so this electrified black man just flew out the window and landed in Main Street.
Oh, yeah.
Are we just cool with it?
We have no cameras.
Yeah, no camera.
Nobody.
Oh,
We don't have the news.
Nothing. Nothing. It's like, so this just happened, huh?
This is a daily
Cool with
thing.
this. Yeah.
That's just something that never ages well, though, man. Is when like actual like the technology you have in your pocket outpaces
Right.
stuff that
Oh,
was
yeah.
designed to be like, hundreds of years in the future. Like I was watching the intro to Alien the other day,
Right.
and there's this whole scene where the captain, I can't remember his name, the hands guy, jazz hands, hey buddy. So goes into Mother and starts typing on the keyboard, and it makes little beep beep boop boop sounds. It's just like, oh, you guys blow it. So,
You did
or
not call
even,
the
yeah,
future,
I know,
right?
and I hate to say it, but Back to the Future 2 is the most guilty of all those movies, man.
At least
It tries so
least
hard.
It's having fun.
It is having fun with it, man. So, but it's like, yeah, I don't have a Mr. Fusion. Nobody's car flies. And we're already 15 years ahead. So,
Look, okay, so there's a version. Well, it's the same thing. Like for me, 2019 happened, and Blade Runner did not happen, right? And if you
Oh,
want to
yeah.
talk about like the ugliest version of the future that you can come up with, like, didn't happen. Didn't happen.
Well, 1991. I mean, it wasn't Judgment Day, so.
Oh, 90. I thought it was 97.
Oh yeah, it was August something.
The movie came out
1990. You're right. The
yeah.
movie came out in 1990.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
Yeah, that didn't happen.
But
Even though they retrofitted, made it happen, and then took it away, and then
no,
made it happen again.
that's why you said you have decanonized everything.
I just delete those movies after
right.
number 2. They
Yes.
do not exist. So, Star Wars is the same. So, there are 6 movies.
Back to the Future 2 still got the Marlins right. So
They did
I
get the
don't-
Marlins
I don't
right. That
really
is
care
true.
about
That is true.
anything else you call.
Yeah, that is true.
You called it for a
So-
team that didn't even exist.
Yeah.
So
That is
Hands
true.
down.
Yeah, Florida doesn't even have a team. Yeah.
hands down, they nailed it.
Well, and the
And the
Simpsons
Cubs.
have nailed that
Yeah.
sometimes. So, yeah.
But again, it's a small. Honestly, it's a small part of that movie, right?
It's tiny.
Yeah, it's actually a small part of the movie.
like
I thought
1
it was going
second.
to be the movie. But it jumps in. It's fun. And then, it just ends up being the plot device to go back into the past. I'm like, okay, this is
Yeah.
all cool. And it is the first movie that I recall watching where they dealt with that alternate 1985, right? Where
The Donald Trump future. I own the police, kid. You know?
yeah, bro, you say that, I have been so politically checked out this week.
Are you even going to watch the debate? Or do you even care?
I feel like I'm gonna get mad at it.
You just want to see if Biden can even stand up that long?
How long is it supposed to be?
I think it's an hour and a half.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm going out on Thursday, so I probably won't watch it live, but I might watch it later. So,
Yeah, I've found that I like watching it on YouTube and getting to put it like 2 times speed, so Biden sounds like he's actually
yeah,
talking.
like normal. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's going to work out for anybody. So I actually am kind of dour on it. So Trump's going to look like an asshole again. So because he can't. So he always finishes Biden's sentences for him. So
Well, the mics are muted.
Yeah,
yeah, but he's still going to bark over it, man. You're going to be able to hear him. So
Well, that would be fun.
well, he's totally going to do that. Man. So yeah. And then yeah. There's definitely a non-zero chance that Joe Biden's brain hard resets somewhere during the hour and 30 minutes or whatever.
I mean, they are going to pump him full of fucking.
Fucking I would too if I was
Yeah.
on his team. So,
They are gonna pump him full. Like that's why Trump was like, "We need a drug test." I think it's funny, and I think it's.
if Biden's eyes are open, then you could,
just see if he doesn't blink.
It's not. I mean, you don't have to think too hard about what they're putting in him. It's like, guys, he's got the fucking. He's methed up. He's gonna kamikaze a fucking airplane.
I don't think they're giving the president math.
I do.
So,
I think they're giving him some kind of amphetamine. The one speech where he came out swinging and he couldn't blink.
yeah,
That
that's
was not
weird.
natural.
Yeah,
That's amphetamines.
yeah, but that doesn't mean it's like biker crank.
It doesn't happen. That's
you find it on the street right
Yeah,
before.
Yeah.
Like, him, he's got the good stuff.
They're not buying their shit from like some dude in Albuquerque, right? It's
Gotta get the blue stuff, man. Yeah. I don't know. So I don't think that it's actually gonna. It's not gonna really affect that much unless Biden does a hard reset. So which is possible. It's possible. I don't think you're gonna hear anything new out of either one of them though. So
No.
no.
It's pretty much just to see if he can make it through
Yeah.
a conversation where somebody is actually.
I think he will be able to, but I don't know. You just see how fake it comes across, or
yeah. I think people are just hoping it gets ghetto. I hope they're kind of like
I don't want it to be ghetto.
No, I think that's what
Yeah.
people want to see.
I think some people want
want
to see that. So,
They want to be like, you're a convicted felon. It's like, yeah, so's your son.
yeah, I don't think they're gonna do that. Maybe, never know. Joe does have a bit of a temper, so maybe he'll lose it.
He does. Yeah. So that's,
Maybe.
that's
Joe might be able to get his goat. So Joe's just got to do it and not look like a complete dick, man. Because then he's gonna remind people why they didn't want to vote for him last time. So,
Hey, you should just quickly answer the question and then just be like, Joe, what do you think? Just like every question that he answers. So, Joe, what do you think? Nothing mean, just every time just be like, please speak away.
That's actually clever.
That's pretty
Have the
clever.
stage, buddy.
Yeah. Just ask him to do some math.
You have $5.
Yeah,
You want to buy 3 rockets.
3-gallon bucket. Yeah.
Oh, wait a second. So you fill up the... No, you fill up the 3. And then you dump out the 3. No. You fill up the 5. What's the question again?
Seriously?
No!
Yeah, you check and see if you follow.
No, that's how I seem answering the question.
Right.
Now, look, if you're asking... Okay, now that would be kind of funny in its own right, is if the presidential debates were parts, actual debate, and the other part was, can you solve, like, the Towers of Hanoi puzzle?
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Just sit down and play Settlers of Containment.
They have to play a game of Stratego. Let's see.
But those guys...
Those guys?
Has Stratego changed, or is it still the same?
It's the same. I bought the new one, and they just have different characters.
Yeah, they
painted
different
on it,
characters.
but
Oh.
It's all the same number of pieces and all that stuff. Nothing's changed.
Brother has a Stratego game that's animals. It's kind of cool.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's kind of neat.
See, that could be fun.
Huh.
Yeah.
What blows up?
I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah.
What animal is the sacrificial?
That's a good point. And which one defuses?
Right.
I don't remember. I'll have to go look.
That's a good question.
Well, I mean, you could just make it like a snake or something. You know, like a mongoose diffuses it.
Your number, your 8 is a mongoose.
Yeah.
You had a bunch of those, right?
What, 8s?
You
Minors?
had 6, I think. Wait, no, there were 6. There were 6 bombs. I think you had more.
Did you have a few minors?
There were a bunch of 8s.
You had a grip of 9s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I don't remember either. Well, it was the marshal, the general, the colonel, the major. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wait, no, you just said
Lieutenant, captain, lieutenant. Right?
Well, I just knew my numbers.
Yeah, I know. I'm just kind of going through it, and then what were the 9s again?
Scouts.
Scouts. That's right. Yeah, I knew they weren't like soldier tokens.
Sacrificial.
Right. Yeah, I think the miners were 8s.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Well, they
I
were
forgot the spy.
Oh yeah, that was 7, wasn't it?
No, he was his own.
Oh, that's right. He was the only guy who could kill the marshal, right?
No, Marshall could kill a Marshall.
That's right. Yeah, you're right.
Attacker wins.
I haven't played
That's
that game in ages.
Spy could kill anything. But he died to anything.
Right. That's right.
No, there's a rule on it. Because when you attacked, right, you didn't want to reveal what the thing was. So you had to ask the question, you had to ask the defender what they had.
Yeah.
But you didn't have to reveal what you had, right?
That's correct.
You just had to take it on faith that they're not cheating.
Yeah, because, you definitely did. Because something could just blaze through your stuff.
Right. And you don't want to walk in there, it's like, well, this is my one.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't have to reveal.
Yeah, but she'd figure it out.
Well, that was part of the game.
Yeah. That was
Because otherwise you'd never attack with the spy. Because
right.
It's like, oh, okay, well, I'm
Okay,
going to attack
yeah.
that. That's fine. No worries. Thanks for coming by.
Yeah.
You got my 9.
Right. I remember that being a very fun game for a
Yeah,
short
because you
period of
took
time.
the enemy pieces.
Yeah.
That's right.
I have it. William and Libby played it like twice each, and then just have not gone back to it. They'll play chess every now and then, so that's at least good.
Yeah, my daughter will do that.
I never got into like third tier chess.
No, me neither. I played, I think it was in junior high. There was a chess club, and I played for like 2 years. And there were a couple things that I could do, but then like I played it again when I was older against guys at the airport. They kicked the fuck out of me. So I mean, like badly. So yeah.
Oh, I make stupid moves now, and I'm just like, oh god, how did I not?
Dude, I just cannot. I do not possess the ability to think more than 3 moves in advance anymore of anything that I do, whether it's driving. So,
So I stay in one lane.
yeah, so
Dude, that's not even funny, but it is true. I get in that right lane way early.
I do a lot.
I don't do that on the highway, but I definitely do it in town. So if I know what lane I want eventually, I get in that lane if I'm in town now. I am one of those assholes. So
Well, the thing that I know, okay, of the places that I go, is I know that I'm going to exit 153, right? And I know that the right lane will end after you pass basically like the research area.
uh-huh.
So I know it's middle lane until here, grab the right lane after that.
Oh,
And it's hovering there because
Coming here or going?
going.
Oh, okay.
On the way back, there's a big question, is do I want to get something to eat or not?
Oh. Yeah, see, I don't even think that far ahead, man. So, yeah.
And that dictates my lane all the way back.
Yep, me too. Especially in town, man. So, people are stupid lately. Around here.
The people that have to push the turn signals is extreme.
Especially
Like
turning
they're-
left, like
yeah.
over here, yeah. So,
I mean, it is like.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's
like
here,
it is definitely. They definitely have
It is
because I mean,
fucking
the
red.
street will have green, and people are just entering
Yeah.
their turn still.
On a
Oh,
left
that's what you
arrow,
mean.
yeah.
I mean, it is bad. Like I'm like, dude, you're.
But aren't they cameraed everywhere?
They are, but there's only so many places you can get a ticket for that. So you got to have a photocop there in order to get a ticket for that. This one does not have one yet, and it needs one soon. So because that is where I notice it's the worst is your street right out here.
It is brutal.
So that's okay. We're supposed to have like ticket issuing drones up here pretty soon. So I know, man.
What?
Yeah. So yes. So I was telling Jeff about this the other day. So there's this little tiny blurb in the, I guess it was in the paper the other day. So about how they, yeah, I know. I still read the paper. So
You pay for it?
huh?
You pay for it?
No.
Oh.
So
How do you get it then?
it's the it's not the kazoo. There's another one. It's what is it? It's not the indie. That one's gone.
They like actually leave it at your house?
Oh hell no, not that kind of paper. It's
Oh.
on the internet. So.
God.
Oh,
God.
that's what I was thinking.
I don't know. I was like, wait, they have to. Somebody has to charge you for leaving a paper. at your
Oh
house.
no, yeah. Shit, I don't even know if you can get that anymore. I have no idea.
You have to ask the old people.
I know you can go buy them at like the Come and Go or something. So, but yeah.
We are way closer to that than we are to.
the youngins.
With the youngins. So the future
All
star.
right, wait. How does this like? Does it get you for speeding?
I don't know yet. So it just said that the city council was doing this debate, okay, about like approving additional funds for the city, for the CSPD to actually pick up autonomous ticketing vehicles. Okay, and they didn't say what an autonomous ticketing vehicle was right away. But then a couple days later, so when they actually had the vote, they said, well, they're going to be drones. So,
Huh.
so
See, that's the problem.
it'll have you on video and everything.
So I presume these are going to be mailed tickets, right? Because
Yeah.
Well, it just lands.
I was gonna say, yeah, I don't know. That's what I was like.
It taps on your window.
Do I have to respect these guys?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to talk about anger?
If a fucking drone
Just taps on your window.
tells me, yeah, for my license and registration, I'm gonna fucking blow a gasket.
Oh, it just tells you to roll down the window and it inserts a ticket.
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay, yeah. I thought we were going through the actual procedure.
Oh, and I was wrong about those black and white plates.
What?
Those are not the standard ones.
You have to pay for them. I know.
Yeah,
but,
you were right. Did we talk about that?
I don't know, but
Yeah.
yeah, you have to pay for those
You have to
ugly
pay for those
pieces
ugly,
of crap.
ugly. I thought it was.
Oh, I thought those.
I thought it was there to help like the fucking photocops read your plates better, but no.
I can't believe how many people are paying for
I know,
it.
man. You can just get the normie like Colorado Mountain one for free. So you know.
I don't
So, yeah.
understand people's taste. Like,
So I was wrong about that.
because it's not even just like black car. It is every
There's a lot of
damn
cars.
kind of cars
Yeah,
getting
there's a
these
lot of
stupid
cars.
plates.
Yeah.
I don't think they look bad, but
They're just. They're
You're
about as
paying for it?
Yeah, I wouldn't
to
pay for
pay
that.
extra for
Yeah,
it,
I wouldn't
no.
pay extra for it. So, but you know, to answer your question, I don't know how it works. My guess is that it'd probably be just like, you know, if you're speeding on I-25, you know, and you pass one of those things, you get dinged. So,
Can't wait till one has a power failure and you just.
I don't know, man. Like that seems kind of dangerous. I know people wouldn't mind shooting them.
yeah, that's illegal, but maybe.
Well aware of that, but
Yeah.
you know, we're fucking with it because like
I don't think they really would care, man, because drones, it's not like it's $10,000 fucking Reaper, you know? So it's, yeah, you know, a $65 drone with a GoPro.
it is. But if I go out there and basically like you remember that laser I gave you?
the
The green
cat
one?
laser? Yeah.
I think I could fuck up a drone with that.
Really?
I have no idea.
So the suggestion,
Can you? How does that fuck it up?
like if you put that light in where it's trying to,
Trying
Like
to
if
do
you
what?
pointed at the GoPro?
Well, did that just fuck up the camera for a second?
Yeah.
well, this is a
Oh, that's how it's. Well, I don't know if how they're piloted.
yeah. That's my question. I don't know if they're flying or whatever or
If it's just programmed and it just
Stationary
hits
or-
the hover and it just.
Oh, they probably like to go watch this intersection for a couple hours, so probably just park there for a bit. I mean, I've seen them out here at the Cinemark. So
Have you?
yeah, they've been doing some survey work out there. So
oh okay.
you can't hear them. So you know
Huh.
they're just there. It's like, huh? Oh, that's a drone. Neat.
Huh.
So yeah, and they use them to map out like if they're gonna do concrete work and all kinds of shit. And so
Okay,
Yeah.
well that makes sense.
yeah.
Uh,
So, but they're not very big. So it's like this big. It's like big, like pizza pan size. So
yeah, you could probably wreck one if you shot it.
probably. No,
Not planning to. I'm
no,
just
I wouldn't. If you're gonna shoot at a drone, don't shoot at a police drone. So that should be the last one you shoot at. I would think. 'Cause,
I know-
they probably
yeah.
get butthurt and say it's like, oh, it's like shooting one of our dogs. You know?
drones don't have souls, you know. That.
Well, that's true.
Dogs definitely do.
All dogs go to
I
the
mean,
name.
that being said, I do know that in places like Britain, I know that there is a resistance movement where people are cutting those cameras down off of intersections
Yeah.
and things like that. So,
Well, Britain uses those for really weird things. So
yeah,
every intersection in this fucking town has a camera. So I mean, every major stoplight at intersection in this town has camera. So
it just depends on what they're using the camera for.
they use it to monitor traffic flow, and then at the same point in time, if there's an accident right there, you can get the footage. So, I mean, those they don't read your license plate. So yeah. Now the photocops do. That's why they have to be marked as photocops, and they are. And there are a fuckload of them now. So in this town. So
How are they marked?
Huh?
How are they marked?
The intersection, yeah. there's a sign right before it. You got one right over here. So drive up to it, you'll see the sign. So it says this intersection is monitored by photographic enforcement or something.
Where did you see that?
It's right along the side of the road. So it's like a street sign size.
Over here.
Yeah, on North Carolina Academy.
Oh, that's way down. Okay, I thought you were pointing at like the end of my street. I'm like,
No, they're not going to do it there. So,
I haven't seen it. I'll look.
oh, there's tons of
You know what? At least, okay, so
I've got nailed by it twice. So,
so you said, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing is, all right. So
motherfucker.
I guess
And you know it right away because it's like, like flash bulbs. You're like, God damn it. Ah.
it can get you in the middle of the day and you still know.
Oh, yeah,
Oh, it's
absolutely.
bright.
Yeah, it's bright.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have this sick pleasure, though, when I see someone roll through a red and they get nailed. I'm like,
Oh yeah, I do too.
I can't help it, man.
Especially if the guy that went, was like, you're just like, they did something shenanigansy recently.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it's the same thing. Like when you're driving, right, and you do see you see the cop pull out, and you know it's not you. It's the guy that was just doing some crazy bullshit that you just yelled at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see that happen too.
I
keep waiting for it, and it never comes.
I actually had that happen to me just yesterday. Coming out from yes,
Okay.
this was glorious, man. So I'm coming out, to like same way that I come over here. So they come out down Iron Horse there, and so that light over there is a bitch. Okay, so it'll turn green while you're coming down from the park. Okay, and then by the time you're there, it is not just red; it is very red. So you can never make that fucking light, and then you have to sit there and wait goddamn eternity across the street. Okay, so enough so to the point in time where I'll often just take right and then go down to Oro Blanco or something, right? This guy, like I'm at Old Farm Park, and this guy just peels right around me, all right? So, and just makes a beeline for this fucking thing, all right? Misses it, completely blows the light, but goes through, turns left up on Powers, and on Barnes, and I'm coming down, and I see a cop car go, bam! Right across it. I'm like, fucking got you, motherfucker. So, and sure enough, I pull up, and I'm sitting right there, and that light could have stayed for another 2 minutes, because I love watching this cop, tapping on his glass. That just happened yesterday.
Hey man, I remember when me and Kevin were kind of like racing back from the airport.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to really call it racing. I mean, it's not like my old Subaru was a racer, but that dude had a lead foot
He did.
and a total disregard for red lights.
Oh,
So
Kevin?
yeah. He and I were kind of like screwing around and
I
like
don't think I ever rode in the car with him driving ever.
his passenger seat was Burger King wrappers. So
That's true.
yeah, he always had a second person in his car, and it was like cheese and ketchup.
Cheese
and
and
shit like
ketchup,
that.
yeah.
But yeah, we were
Spear my
just-
cheese.
this fucking light was as red as it gets, and I stopped. Kevin had no regard for that whatsoever, and you see it. It's like there he goes, and the cop just pulls right out there.
Oh man.
And
Did you tell him you beat him?
he knew.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We talked at work the next day.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's like, hey buddy, so how many points are you gonna lose? I remember, I don't know if this is still true, but I remember there was a time there where if you were in a certain age bracket and you blew a red light, that was your license. That was all 12 points. So
I think it was in your. I don't think it was all 12
Because you
because
only
you had
had
less points when you were
oh, that's what it was.
6 or
Yeah,
9, something like
something
that.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was enough to wipe out your license, though. I do remember that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely know you started with less.
God, I've had bad luck with tickets lately. So yeah, I've gotten so many. I think this is like parking tickets and little bullshit like.
Really?
Yeah,
Did you
failure
get a
stuff
parking ticket?
on my fucking school. So
What?
I know.
They don't have a spot named for you?
No.
Oh.
No, and I didn't want to walk that far. And the one day. So, But then, yeah, and then I got another one from a photocop up by my mom's. So,
Huh.
I know, man.
I haven't gotten a ticket since North Dakota.
Yeah, I got pulled over in North Dakota, but he didn't ticket me.
Well, that was when I did 3 things wrong. So
That's when he said, "You choose."
you choose,
Yeah.
You can pick your poison.
which I still can't believe that.
Hey, some guys over there were cool. I mean, it's just that part of the
Well,
country.
and if you treat them cool, then
They're pretty cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like the town that I was near in Wyoming, the cops there were crooked. Yeah, they were legit crooked. And everybody, because it was right on the border, and so everybody would tell me it's like, if you get pulled over, try and get across the border. And I was like, wait a minute, is that a thing? So it's like they'll still chase you, and he's like, nope. So, and I was like, really? So, and it turned out that because they could never get this police department, and this wasn't even Wyoming State Patrol. This was a county sheriff up there. Had such a bad reputation that, like, if any of their tickets that they wrote in in Nebraska, okay, well, first of all, they'd have to get you to come back to Wyoming and appear in court, right? So, but oftentimes, well, if that's where they pull you over, okay, you can make the argument, hey, so because you're not admitting to a crime, right? And so you're like, okay, so I'm in Nebraska now, and so they wouldn't write you up in Nebraska court because the Nebraska courts were like, those cops are fucking crooked. So,
Oh, damn!
So yeah, there's like legit bribery and stuff like that, man. So yeah, it was
Wow.
it was kind of weird living in a place where you kind of did watch out for the cops a little bit because and I remember telling my wife to come up from I-80 so that she wouldn't be driving through that part because that was that big chunk of land where that nice fucking rest stop is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that county.
Wow.
Yeah,
I went through so many. I never saw a police officer in that area.
they're there, so but they're usually up to no. There's like 3 places in town they hang out. So and then but then they'll go out and they'll shake down people on the if they'll see you got like plates from a different county or from a different state.
Because that place was it was like 3 exits past Cheyenne.
Yep,
Okay.
going north.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never saw cops out there.
I mean, I'd see a Stady out there every now and then. So on the highway. So.
I gotta tell you, at all the trips that I took all the way through to North Dakota, I barely saw policemen.
It wouldn't be too
Barely.
often, yeah.
Well, like in Nebraska, so like in Wyoming, everything's a little bit more spread out. Nebraska is all like farm plot land. And so that's like, 40 miles of farm and then there's a little town.
Oh,
Every little town had some kind of Roscoe or Enos in it. Yeah. So they had their own guy.
that makes sense. I went through there a few times.
Yeah.
Too.
So.
I went through Scotts Bluff quite a few times.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
It was on the way back.
The town did not have that many cops. So.
No, they had a water tank.
They did have a big water tank.
That's why I remember the place.
Yeah.
It's a Scotts Bluff.
And it's right on the Oregon Trail. You can go to Chimney Rock. It's 10 minutes away.
Get the fuck out of here, really?
Oh, I just drive by it every fucking day, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Are there a bunch of like
No
graves?
No. Not full of dysentery victims.
Were there a whole bunch of grave sites that said pepperoni and cheese?
Right? Yeah. No. It's, yeah. Here lies your mom.
Was that big back in the day? Was your mom
An insult back then? No, that was a little bit later.
I can't remember.
Yeah, that was a little bit later. So
I know that if you go, so I know that this has been a while. Like, I know if you go on the East Coast, like around that time, it wasn't like you would be making your mom jokes, but if somebody like insulted you, it was
and your mother. Yeah.
basically say
Yeah.
like fuck you. It's like your mother.
Yeah, fuck
right?
your mother too. Yeah.
So I know that was popular even back then, but that did not. I feel like that did not make it over here in that capacity.
No, it was a while.
It was just jokes about like your mother's so fat. How fat is she?
Yeah, but even those were a little bit later. So
I remember like
they
entire.
were around. So
I remember like entire verses of songs being dedicated to diarrhea.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Sliding into first. Something first. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
You're standing on a ladder.
Standing on a
And you
ladder.
hear a little slide.
Yeah. See, this is like third grade bullshit, man. So.
Hey, man, I'm surprised sometimes how much you know exactly what I'm talking about, man.
Oh, man, we grew
I
up
think
in
a
the
lot
same
of
place.
people forgot about this. Will's is like,
I forgot.
Yeah. No, I mean, I yeah. It's surprising sometimes. If it's funny, I can usually remember what it was. So, or when I first heard it or something like that. And the diarrhea song, that was my buddy. Eric Jukes, he brought it up to school. So he was like, hey, you gotta sing this.
right.
You gotta sing this in Mr. Arpino's class. And we tried. We got busted. So
Was it? Okay, so
we
was
got
that,
busted in scouts too,
I was
man.
gonna say, was that a Scouts thing?
No, this was Eric and I actually tried it at school and we got busted. So, yeah.
Because I know that there are
Yeah.
like some songs and stuff that come from Scouts.
There's a bunch of them, but I can't remember any off the top of my head. I remember that we got absolutely shunned by the entire like scouting community one year.
For what, blasphemy?
Kind of. So we had this big thing. It was down at the big church over there because every scout troop's associated with the
Holy
church,
Apostles?
right? I think it was that one.
Okay.
Actually, no, it was further down, whatever that one is by Sabin. So that big one.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Presbyterian joint.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
I used to go there.
Oh, okay. So, and anyway, so us and like 6, 7 other troops got together one year for Christmas dinner. Now we do Christmas dinner where we feed the homeless, you know. So in Village
Why'd you put
7,
that in quotes?
because it's Village 7, fucking. I mean, I mean, I didn't even see someone who was homeless until I was like, 15. So, but
I feel like you'd be more likely to run into what they used to call shut-ins.
what's a shut-in?
Like shut-ins used to be like old ladies in the community who'd like their husband died.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, yeah, we had
Yeah.
one of those living on the street. So,
Yeah.
but no, we go to this church thing and we're raising money and collecting canned food and blah 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 and stuff like that. And so at the end of it, we decided we're all supposed to sing Christmas carols. So, and we got to go first. So we all got together and we said, well, what can we think? And we thought it was funny. Okay, so we sang a entire rendition of "Deck the Halls with Gasoline." And they were serious. They wanted actual Christmas songs. So I have never seen as many parents as fucking pissed at the same time. And all the other troops are sitting there like trying not to laugh. And so for years afterwards, everybody's like, "Were you the guys who did that?" Yeah. It was the only one we all knew.
So yeah, that's I remember I had something kind of similar with that song, just a little bit different version.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember in music class, and I think I learned this from you, but I got in trouble for it. I was leading Deck the Halls, but I did it with Santa's Balls.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
And what's funny was, so I got in trouble for that immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the postscript to that was there was a dude that's like, I didn't remember. It was weird every now and then where you'd have like somebody you knew in like 3rd grade, 4th grade.
Yeah.
So they had moved somewhere else, somebody they came back.
Came back.
So there was a kid I met in my senior year of high school, said he knew me.
Oh.
Like, how do you know me? It's like, oh, I know you through and through. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, Jim? And he's like, dude, you were in Ms. Darpino's music class and you got thrown out. It's like, how the fuck do you know? Where do I know you from?
Yeah.
Now, of course, you don't know what to think because, you're 3rd grade, you're this big, right?
Yeah, you don't know any better.
So this lanky dude that's like 6'2" is like, I know exactly who you are. It's like, this is kind of creeping me out. It's like, you clearly know me. You must have been there, but I don't remember you at all.
Yeah. I I ran into a guy, I think it was my first year of college, that was
Yeah?
kind of like that.
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey, did you go to Rudy?" I was like, "Yeah." So, and then, but I could not remember him.
Was that dude Tim?
No, he was long gone. I kept in touch with him for a long time.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
'Cause I remember you talking to that dude a couple of times.
oh, he was my best buddy. So for a long time. And then,
Was it?
Yeah, he moved.
Oh.
He moved in fourth grade. Yeah, and then my buddy Eric, he and I like went all the way through kindergarten and everything together. And his dad flew helicopters for a living. So
Like regular or?
no missiles, yeah, birdie birds, you know. So and he got kicked. He got sent to Germany. And I tried to keep in touch with him, and just whoosh into the void eventually. So.
Well, especially back then.
Yeah, but my parents and Tim's parents were good friends. Okay,
Yeah.
and so we kept in touch with them for a long time, and Tim got weird after a while. And so yeah, yeah.
Weird as
I think you might have been there one year when he was there. So
Oh, yeah, well, he went through the fence with the sled, right?
yeah, okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh no, that's a different guy. There was another dude that I remember you hanging out with at the airport.
At the airport?
Oh, yeah, the one he's talking about.
No, you said you knew him from like way back when. Like he was a grade behind us, I think.
At the airport?
Yeah, and he would like fly through every now and then, and you would like no. He was for a second there he was working in the restaurant.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I didn't know him, but I
Yeah.
was like, oh, okay, that's cool.
Don't know.
No, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine. It's I shouldn't be like remembering other people's memories anyway, but it happens. So
Yeah, well, I'm glad you do, man. Because I
Barely
don't remember
ventured to
too
the
many of mine.
airport,
Yeah.
so
no. We were working there. That's
Yeah.
all.
We're working here. So.
I don't remember that shit.
Man, like I hadn't been in the airport in a little while. It has changed, so it is definitely different than it was just even a year ago. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah, they got all this construction that's going on in the concourse. Man, it's different. So
Like good stuff.
I don't know. It was all behind plastic wrap. So
Um,
don't know.
well, you'll be. Are you flying from there or? Yeah,
going up to
Driving?
Denver.
Oh, boo.
It's like it would for 4 people.
Oh no, that's worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. If it was just me, then sure, I could
Yeah,
tack on the
yeah,
extra
yeah.
whatever. But 4 people, yeah, that adds up. I'll pat you.
There's no direct flights from here anyway. So
Well, okay. So I gotta ask you something. I asked Patrick about this last week. So let's say there was somewhere you wanted to go.
Okay.
Pick a city, Patrick.
New Orleans.
Okay, New Orleans. Let's say you wanted to go there.
Okay.
Right? And let's say that if you were married, okay, and she didn't want to go there, would it be cool for you to just like, hey, no worries, if you don't want to go, I'm gonna pick a weekend and I'm gonna go, just by myself.
I mean, we'd have to talk it out and all that stuff, but yeah.
Okay, so
I
that
don't
is,
see why not. But I'm guessing if I'm married, she'd probably want to come.
and if she just said like, hey, I can't make it happen,
Well, then
Well,
you
there's
go to a
another
different weekend. Yeah.
not like. Not like next. Obviously, no. I'm not talking about like, hey, I can't wait another weekend. But if she's like, I'm not going to be able to do that for like 2 years.
Well, then we'll probably go in 2 years.
And if she just said, I don't want to go, can you still go?
Sure, but there's a billion places in the world. Like, I don't see why there's this one place that I need to go.
No,
that
but it's
would
just
be-
somewhere that you want to go. You want to go there.
I wouldn't want to go anywhere without. So
I'm not trying to make this a you against anyway. I'm just trying to poll if this is like unheard of.
There's so many places I haven't gone that I'm sure I can find a place that we both want to go.
Like if you were into like bicycling, right? Like
I'm really into football. I don't care about Canton, Ohio.
no, nobody does. Fucking don't lie about that. No, that's
You're telling me bicycling.
no. So like there are places like Moab, Utah that are huge for like mountain biking if you're into that shit, right? And if your wife is just not interested, and they're like, hey, I want to go to Moab to go mountain biking because I'm a mountain biking enthusiast.
Yeah, that's fine.
And she's like, I'm not going there.
Yeah, no. Dude, anytime I go somewhere, I'm like that with ship museums. My wife's like, I don't want to go on that. I'm like, fine, I'll be back. So
Okay, so there is still room for like.
but we're
I wanna
already
do this.
there. So yeah, we're already both there. The idea of me flying somewhere without my wife that's not business related is alien. It would never happen. So
Same with you.
I don't know. I mean, I suppose if, but yeah, I just can't imagine there being a place that I really want to go to that she wouldn't want to go and maybe do something that she wanted to do there, and that I really wanted to do something different, and then we get together later that night. Like, it's a new place. Like, there's stuff to do.
All right, okay. And if I flip it around the other way, and she wants to go like, I don't know, she wants to go to some place that you had no interest in, and you're just like, just go.
They have a hotel. I like hotels.
yeah, then I'll watch TV.
As long as it's got a free continental breakfast, I'm happy.
They got blueberry milk.
I couldn't care less. Those fake eggs. Give me the
But
top of
you
that.
wouldn't be like, I'll stay here, watch the kids, you go have fun.
Well, we'd probably be going on the week I don't have the kids.
Well, I mean, he's got them.
All the time.
Yeah, but you'd be like, you want to go here? I don't. But hey, I'll watch the kid. You go.
Yeah, I've never seen someone in a healthy relationship do that. Let me put it that way. So, all the ones that I know about, I've never seen someone do that.
I mean, that'd be fine. I wouldn't hurt my feelings or anything, but we'd probably plan something
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
Unless, like he's saying, it's business related or something like
It's
that.
business. It's business.
Where it's like,
But,
yeah.
it's
But
business,
even then, like, if she had business down in Florida, it's like, all right,
Yeah. Okay.
I can go Florida.
But no, if she just says like, I just want to go with my friend. We are both into this.
It's a girls' weekend thing.
Yes, they're like, we are
Hey,
into
we're
this.
too old for that. I'm too old for that.
I wouldn't care. But I bet, like, if you and I just wanted to go to Vegas to have a family trip,
Yeah,
she'd probably be fine with it.
yeah, exactly, that kind of thing.
Like, if you and your brother just wanted to go,
Just go to Michigan or something.
Couldn't happen.
couldn't happen.
No.
I could definitely do that. Because I could be like, I've never gone just with Jeff on a vacation.
Or like if it's just like you and me, it's like we're gonna go see our mother.
Yeah. I mean, she's coming this time too. But,
Yeah. But I understand. But she would also understand, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
But if I just said I just wanted a trip with you, yeah, she'd get it.
And you're saying that's a no. Huh?
That's a no. That's a hard no. So
Hard no.
a hard no. Yeah. So we go everywhere together.
She'd
So-
give the hard no, or you would just feel weird.
Yes. So the only time that I've been able to do that was last year when I took my mother back to see her
Right. Yeah.
brother's 50th wedding anniversary. So it was a specific date
Yeah.
that she had to go that day, and the only reason why my wife did not come with us is because she had like work shit that was that day. And so that's the only time in 25 years I've been able to do that. So
I totally could just say, hey, Jeff and I just want to go to Vegas.
I could not do that. I couldn't say to my wife, hey, my brother and I want to go to New York this week. She'd be like, no. It's like, I'm coming or you're not going.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Okay. No. Yeah.
But
I
wouldn't-
definitely have.
But see, I would never put her in that situation. So if my brother came to me and said, hey, I want to go to New York just with you, I'd tell him no. I'd be like, I'll bring my wife. Saying we can go, but I'm not just going with just you and leaving her at home. So
I could totally do it.
I could not do that.
I can't picture where you couldn't. I mean, that's where it seems weird to me. Like,
Because I'd say that that's a pretty unique experience. Because I've never done that with you.
I don't know if we have.
We've never gone somewhere just like you and I. Like, for like a 2-day, 3-day trip.
No, for like one day or like something like that.
where
Yeah.
we've just gotten together and driven somewhere, but we've never.
And I've stayed at your house for like a week.
Did you?
Yeah, when you lived in Loveland.
Stayed there a week?
Stay there a week.
Yeah, like a week.
Huh.
Yeah, when I came, you had to come get me because I got caught in that snowstorm.
Oh,
out in
yeah,
some
I do.
fucking neighborhood.
That's right. That's right. Okay. Yeah.
Wasn't that one like? Did you have a garment or something that led you completely astray?
No, it's just the snow came in so
Oh, okay.
fast and hard that I couldn't see the highway,
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it was so. And I think it was like in the spring too. Yeah, it was weird, but I think that's like the closest that we've had to that. I just can't. Again, I would feel bad like subjecting somebody to some bullshit that I'm into, right?
Mhm.
Like I know that my tastes are kind of like stupid, so I couldn't ask somebody to like, hey, I'm going to Evo to watch these guys, play a fighting game tournament.
yeah.
Like I could ask them, like, do you want to come to this? And if the answer is no, I'd be like, okay, well, I'm gonna go.
Well, then no. The correct answer is, well, can I go?
Do you care if I go?
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one too.
But I've been so far on the
Commands are never a good
That's
way.
a terrible
No,
idea.
that's
yeah.
not a command.
That's an ultimatum,
it's,
Jeff.
I'm gonna go.
That's
That you're basically stating what you're going to do regardless of her input. This is toxic for any relationship.
I've been so
I mean,
I've been so far in the ask for forgiveness instead of seeking permission
you can't
mentality.
do that in a relationship. Man. You can't do that.
That it seems foreign to me that the idea of like, what do you mean you ask if you can go somewhere? It's
Yeah.
like, what do you mean ask?
in your head. You can just be like, I know I'm going, whether you say yes or not, but I'm putting it out there that I want to make sure you're okay with.
Well, it's like, so I'm going to be here from June 30th to July 2nd. If you want to come, by all means, that's cool.
Oh, you're doing me a fucking favor now, huh,
Yeah,
buddy?
So the plane leaves at this time if
Oh
you
my
want to be
God,
on it.
yeah. Oh my god.
If
no.
not, have a good weekend. That's cool. I'll be out of your hair for 3 days.
Yeah.
And that look his relationship is one of the most
That's rock solid.
that
Yeah.
they both go, well, I'm doing this and I'm doing this. Cool.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, the whole idea of just being like, I'm now going to here.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're coming or not.
Oh my god, dude.
I guess I put it in the same vein as like,
My wife and I have been in 3 fights in our entire relationship. That would be number 4. So,
3
oh yeah.
in 25 years?
Yep, 3. And 2 of them happened the first year. So
Good God.
still
Wow.
fighting.
well, it's the same thing. Like I would put that on the same level as like something dumb I was going to do for like the afternoon. Like, hey, me and the guys are going to go play paintball, right?
Well, that's fine.
It's
Yeah,
like,
that's fine.
yeah, if you want to get in on this, that's cool.
That's
Right.
way different than.
To me,
yeah,
it's
that's
the
way different
same-
than flying to Vegas.
Don't use Vegas. Vegas is something
okay,
where,
so-
where
I think-
people can get a little bit nervous about.
Okay.
I think
getting
Vegas
control.
is the different rule even more because there's activities going on the whole time. So you can, like, you and I could literally be doing stuff the entire time.
Every time.
But if you were going
Different
to,
time, every
like,
time I go.
Ohio,
Exactly.
you're going to wrap up the night and then you guys are going to, so she could totally go do something
Oh, yeah.
and all that, but you're definitely coming back. At the
Yeah,
end
yeah,
of the
yeah.
night.
You're definitely sleeping in the same room.
Vegas, yeah, you could be out all night,
yeah.
Right.
and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So that's a different rule.
But Ohio, it's also easy for her to turn around and say, hey, I don't want to see a fucking Ohio. No problem. I'm going. Okay.
See, this is the problem, man. I mean, depending on what kind of if this is a marriage at this point in time, your finances are combined, okay? And so this is
okay,
a discussion where it's like,
got it.
oh, really, big guy, you're gonna spend $1,500 on fucking airplane tickets? I was like, why don't you leave the checkbook with me, bro? So, you know.
All right. Okay, now you got to. If money's involved in this, okay, I totally understand. All right, so that I get. That point well taken. Yes, that makes sense. But I mean, if we're talking just like a $300 trip, I mean, like,
what if? Okay, what
right.
if you won a radio contest for two tickets to the Yankees game?
Oh, I would offer it to my wife first. So yes, and my brother would be like, "Well, there's more seats than 2 in the stadium, bro."
oh
So,
wow,
yeah.
okay, so yeah, I feel like
yeah.
then we have to buy the third. Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
fine.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay,
But if she doesn't want to go, then it's like, well, can I take my brother? So, you know, and then if I get a yes, I'm good. And I don't have to worry about anything. I don't have to assume anything because I've gotten a confirmatory answer. So, and then later, if she gets mad about it, it's like, wait a minute, you remember that part we said, go ahead. I don't want to go. I'd be like, right.
exactly. But yeah, I just
That's way different than me. Well, I'm going with my brother. So, you know, if you want, I'll buy you a third ticket.
it's kind of stuff we did before. Like, you assume the sale. I mean, that's the thing. Is
No, you don't. I think I done found out where you've been fucking up, man.
The math broke.
Yeah, early.
Equation.
No, it's just like again, that has the same weight to me as
Ain't
like
got no gas in it.
that would have the same weight to me as you know, like can you come to bed at night? It's like nah, because I stay up late. I'm gonna be doing this. This is when I work. This is when I do all that stuff, right? It's like, hey, if you want to be up and doing stuff now, cool. But I'm gonna be awake during these times because I have to be.
Would you at least see her to bed and like give her like half an hour? And all that
Sure.
kind of
No,
stuff?
there's no good reason for me to like.
You're not gonna just pat her on the head and say, "All right,
All right.
Well, no, there's
we'll
like,
see you tomorrow, maybe.
she's like-
I'll be sleeping."
she's like, I'm going to bed. I'm like, you do that. You know, no, it's not like that. It's like, no, as a matter of fact, if you want to hang out or if you want me to just like hang out in the room for a little bit till you go to sleep, sure, no problem. Because there's nothing I do that's so important that I can't interrupt it, right? Even the things that are important, I'll still find a way to interrupt it because I don't care. But, you know, that's the same kind of thing. Like, well, if you want to go do something and I don't want to get, like, seriously, like, you know, my mom got into me about this shit, right? Because we were talking about this trip. And she was talking to me and, oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, that's just blood.
Oh, okay. She was talking to me. She's like, are you just coming out because the other guys are? I'm like, what? She's like, you really want to come out here? I was like, yeah. I'm like, do you forget who you're talking to? It's like, what? It's like, if I didn't want to go, I wouldn't go.
I'm not driving 20 hours.
Yeah.
You're going to drive?
Oh, take my dog.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no, that's not. You go a few hours, you stay in a hotel, you play with the
Yeah.
dog. It's fine. I took that trip so many times, to North Dakota. But, yeah, I was just like, if I didn't want to go, I wouldn't even pretend. I wouldn't even act like I wanted to. Okay? It's like, no, I want to go. And that's the same thing where somebody was talking to me like, hey, I want to go to Des Moines. I want to, I want to do this. I was like, you can come if you want. I was like, I don't want to do that. So you go. I'm not going to stop you from going to Des Moines if you want
That's
to
not
go.
your wife.
Yeah.
You just said like some like you totally did not make that my wife.
Well, if in that case, like, it's still like, I don't care, and I'm not going to pretend to.
We'll see if the day comes that you get married and if those questions are a little
She's
different.
not going to share my interests either.
No, she shouldn't. Yeah.
And
My wife and I have nothing in common. We don't watch the same shit. We don't listen to the same shit. Yeah.
you don't.
No, we don't.
You don't even try to play.
No.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that doesn't matter.
But you go because you want to see the other person happy.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah,
That's it.
I understand. If she wants me there for that, right? But if she's just like, you're not going to like
But
this.
you don't put it in a way that
Yeah.
sounds
I'm doing you a
like
favor.
you don't
Yeah.
really want her there.
No,
Is that the thing? Is you just don't want her there?
well, if that were the case, I would say that. And I would say that specific. Like, if I were to say, like,
So I really don't want you to come, but if you really feel like you have to,
no, look, there would be things where it's like, I don't want you to come to this family event because I think it's going to be like this, right?
they all hate you.
Yes, or that kind of thing. You see, like if I were asking to like to come out like with my family, right? And let's say that I expected like, dude, it's gonna be like fights and it's gonna be like this is gonna be some shit. I don't want you here.
No, you don't.
You don't say that.
I don't mean it in a negative
You don't say
way.
I don't want you here. You'd have to say it like,
That
I understand if you don't want to come because there could be a lot of tension here.
But I'm not such an asshole that I'm like, no, it's not like you're saying it, but if you're asking like to be direct, like this is not an event for you, right? Because it sucks.
because you're only this tall. This wide. You know what I mean?
I would say that.
I don't
if
think
meant
that
it.
would work, man.
I would say that if I meant it, but yeah, there are certain things where it's like we're gonna be talking about like my mother's estate, and it's gonna be emotional and it's gonna suck. If you want to come, go ahead. But this is, I don't want to go.
Yeah, but that's the kind of thing that if you have a spouse that she's into you, that's the kind of thing that she's going to want to go to.
That's true.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, but I don't want you there because I don't want you to shoulder this shit. Or if I were going to go to like something,
Any shit that's your shit is also her shit at that point in time.
Totally understand.
Yeah.
And it's,
So
I understand it's different for every person, but I mean, it's saying like, I wouldn't want to be involved in shit that she's into.
it depends on the person. You never know, man.
If she straight up told me, and she said like, look, this is the thing with me and my family, I want to go sort this out. No problem. I wouldn't even take it personally. It's like, go ahead. You asked me not to.
I'd be like,
there
why don't you want me to go?
because it's your family.
Well, my family now too, if we're married. So
But if she wants to treat it with her family, like I have no problem.
I'd be a little
with that.
suspicious.
I have no reason to be suspicious.
I'm just saying. I'm just speaking for myself. I would be a little suspicious in that situation.
Or even if she was just
Like,
like,
what are you
like,
up to?
Especially after this many years, like that would be.
That would be
Okay, yes, after so many years, but I mean,
That is definitely
He's like, wait a
his
minute,
family.
you want me to call your dad? So,
or if she was just like,
so I'm gonna
direct,
text him right now.
if she were direct, she's like, well, they don't like you. I'm like, cool, no problem. I'll be right here. Call me if you're bored. No problem.
Yeah.
You wade through all those things. It's just part of.
Yep.
But yeah, if she had a sister and she's just like, we just want to, we've never gone to, like, it's been our childhood dream to go to whatever. I'm like, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Or if it's just like, look, ever since I was a kid, like every summer, me and my best friend, we fly out to Knott's Berry Farm and we do this together. I'm like, then you do that, and that's something special that you have with your friend. I'm not going to go be third wheel in here. This is what you do. This is your special thing. Fuck that. By all means, like whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Like here's, I guess that's the other take is like, I can't sit around there and be like nervous. You're like, oh, but what if she meets somebody? It's like, well, then she's gonna, or she was gonna meet him out somewhere else. Like,
I never
fuck
worry
that.
about that.
That's what I'm talking about. That's where like the trust thing comes. Like, what am I worried about? That's like, why do you care?
See, the trust thing is a little bit different. Like the thing that kind of giving me a little bit of the willies here is that you're treating this like roommate kind of thing. When if you're actually married, there's not a question of like, okay, I want to go to this. It's like, okay, when are we going? Kind of thing. It's not like, oh, you won't like it, so kind of thing. Because you don't really have any like. There's not a separation between you two after a long enough time, man. So you're not the
Unless
same.
you don't like the person.
Unless you don't like the person, and that happens. Yeah.
It's not liking the person. It's that you have an angle to yourself that is yourself. That person has an angle to yourself that is themselves, and you also have a personality that is those two things together.
Even if it was things I didn't like, I still
Yeah.
You
I've been to enough barbershop concerts over the years.
just
where
feel like
kind of go. you know, I still feel obliged to go to one every now and then.
Every now and then. Yeah, and that's the thing. If she says, "Hey,
So
put that one out, bro."
Yeah, that's a night.
That's a night.
Yes.
Going somewhere.
But if they're going to Missouri to see this one, right? You're like, hey, you don't have to
The
go,
trip
bro.
thing is
You
just
don't like it.
Yeah, the trip thing is just weird, man. So
You kind
It would
of.
not-
That is so weird to me. It's just
that's just I'm just
because
speaking from experience. And I'm speaking from people that I've watched over the years. Like my in-laws, they've been married 55 years. They never go anywhere without each other. My parents were married for almost 50 years. They never went anywhere without each other. I've been married for 25 years, and I just took a trip with us, like the second one, you know. So in a long time. So and it's just the trip thing is kind of different, man. And so. You know, like a concert at night, or I want to go see this movie, you don't, that's fine. You know, it's like, well, I like Mexican food, fuck that place. That place gives me gas. So it's like, well, I'm going to go anyway. It's okay, fine. I'll find something to eat here. That's all like low-level stuff. Trip's kind of a big deal. So,
like, I guess the things that I'm seeing here are, I'm not saying, like, I'm going to the Florida Keys for 2 weeks.
no, I understand.
Right.
You're saying, like, hey, I got this weekend thing that I do with, you know, friends that I've done since, you know, time immemorial.
But that would have been something that you guys have worked out
Yeah.
from the beginning.
Right,
Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah.
So that would have already been established in your guys' relationship.
Because some of this stuff, it doesn't
But-
strike me as
But
more than
10
just like
years
a,
married, and you're just like,
oh, just now? Yeah,
I'm
okay,
gonna,
that's weird.
I'm going to wherever.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, well, go ahead,
Guys,
buddy.
okay, listen,
really weird. But if it's a tradition you've
If
already
I
had,
crouched it that way, then yes, you're absolutely right. If it's in the same way that you see somebody just take a really hard turn in their lifestyle out of nowhere.
Sure.
Yeah, totally understand. But I mean, from the
it's a
beginning, if it's just,
tradition that you've had.
but if you're just like, I don't like Bon Jovi, you want to go see him at Indianapolis. It's 2 days. I treat it like an
You'd
afternoon.
probably go.
I'd go.
You'd go.
I'd go.
Well, for me, it's Bon Jovi. But yeah, but it's like I don't want to see this.
Even
I
if
don't
it was
know.
the band,
no, I
if it
can
was a
go,
band,
yeah.
I wouldn't care about. If it was anything like that,
Yeah, it was like, fine, you buy a ticket, I'll drop you off. I'm going to go check this other thing out today. But I'm still
Actually, that
going to
I'd probably
Indianapolis.
still.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
I'd
still
still
totally
probably
going.
go,
Yeah.
like even to the concert, and just be like, I don't really care about the band, but dude, you're loving this. Like,
Yeah, that would be fun too.
I would not, in turn, be like, look, I'm going to the Industrial Music Festival. You're going to hate it. But if you want to come, go ahead. But you're not going to like it. It's okay.
but you like it.
Yeah, and if you like it, then you know
I don't want somebody
Then it's
to
worth it.
pretend that they like it. I don't want some. That's the thing. Is
they don't need to like what
Don't
you like. They
subject
just need to
yourself.
like hanging
It's
out
not
with you.
subjective.
Yeah, it's not subjective.
you'll see me 363 other days of the year.
But I won't see you here. This is a one-time thing.
You've done this before.
This is literally a one-time thing. Like, dude, no, I have to be there.
Sleep in the whole pig part of the bed. Enjoy the fact that you're not dealing with my ass.
I'm totally going.
It's awesome. No,
100%.
100%, yeah.
Order pizza 3 nights.
No, no,
It's
no.
great.
Well, that's fantastic
book me a
too.
ticket. Yeah.
But I'm going to this thing with you. Like, there's no. That's not okay. That's not even under. That's
All right,
not,
no,
that's
I
not even
appreciate
under
the
equation.
perspective. I'm not. Obviously, I'm not passing judgment. You guys, have shit figured out. I'm just saying, like.
All right.
We'll call it a work in progress.
Work in progress. All right, I'm
He's
fat.
25 years. I'm Will.
I'm definitely.
I'm hitting the buttons.